She ghosted me to reconnect with her ex, then came back for a wedding. I had a better idea. Okay, so here's how it started. We were 2 months away from our wedding. 2 months. Dresses were picked, venue booked. Her mom was already yelling about table placements like it was the Super Bowl of weddings. Things were a little hectic, yeah, but I thought we were solid. Until she sat me down, casually like we were about to pick a Netflix movie, and said, "I think I need space." At first, I didn't freak out. I figured she was just overwhelmed. Planning a wedding is a circus, and her job was stressing her out too. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I told her to take the time she needed. I said I'd be here when she was ready, like a complete idiot. Week 1, nothing. Week 2, still nothing. Texts, left on read. Calls, straight to voicemail. I even emailed her. Yes, emailed. That's how desperate I got. Her sister texted me back once with a vague, "She just needs some time, don't worry," which only made me worry more. By the 3rd week, I knew something was seriously off. You can't call it space if you've erased yourself off the planet. Then came the photo. Someone tagged her in a post on Instagram. Not even on her own page. It was a brewery in Asheville, random city, middle of nowhere, but guess who was sitting across from her? Her ex. The one she swore she had blocked. The one who messed her up so bad, she couldn't even hear his name without gagging. The one she once said she wouldn't take back if he came gift-wrapped and begged. Yeah, that one. And there they were, cozy, close, his hand on her knee like it lived there. Her face lit up. The smile? Full teeth. The kind you only flash when you're exactly where you want to be. I stared at that photo so long my phone shut off. I felt like someone kicked a hole through my chest. And the worst part? I couldn't even yell. Couldn't scream. Couldn't say anything. Because she wasn't even talking to me, she just disappeared. I didn't text her. I didn't rage post. I didn't call her friends. I sat with it, let it simmer. And I realized something during that silence. This girl, this woman I almost married, ghosted me like a random guy she didn't want to date after one dinner. She didn't just hit pause, she hit delete. It was almost exactly 4 weeks later. I was sitting on the couch, halfway through a cold slice of pizza and rewatching a show we used to binge together, when I heard a knock at the door. I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened it, and there she was. Hair curled, coffee in hand, big smile on her face like she was just dropping by after work. "Hey, you," she said, like it hadn't been a damn month of silence. I didn't move, didn't say anything for a second. She walked right in. Like nothing happened. Like she didn't ghost me, didn't ditch the entire wedding, didn't run off to sip craft beer with her college ex in a city I've never even been to. She turned around and gave me this soft, fake apology look and said, "I know I disappeared. I just needed clarity." Clarity. That's what she called it. That's what she called it. She ghosted me for weeks to get clarity with her ex. And now she was back like we were about to continue picking cake flavors. I stared at her, and all I could think about was that photo. "You could have just said you wanted out," I said, calm. Way calmer than I felt. She bit her lip. That thing she does when she's pretending to be conflicted. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. I thought if I had space, I'd know what I really wanted. I didn't say anything. She stepped closer, touched my arm like she still had that right. "I choose you," she whispered. I needed to be sure, but I am now. And there it was. Like I was some backup plan she circled back to after her little road trip down memory lane. I don't know what snapped in me right then, but something did. I smiled, nodded, told her I understood. I told her I forgave her. And I said, "Let's do it. Let's finish what we started. Let's get married." And the relief on her face? She bought it. Every word. She hugged me like she'd just survived a storm and I was the shore, told me she missed me, that I was her real future, that she felt so dumb for ever questioning it. I held her tight, because I wasn't gonna yell, I wasn't gonna cry, I was gonna plan the wedding she thought she wanted, and at the exact right moment, I was going to tear it all down, but this time, in front of everyone. From the outside, we looked stronger than ever. Engagement photos were suddenly back on the calendar. She posted some long caption about learning that love isn't always linear, and how real relationships take work. Barf. Meanwhile, her followers were eating it up, commenting things like, "Power couple," and "You two are couple goals." Like she hadn't vanished for a month to go make out with her ex behind a brewery. But I smiled in every photo, I held her hand in every appointment, nodded at every vendor, agreed to her stupid custom napkin fonts. I even acted surprised when she asked to re-add her ex's cousin to the guest list. Yeah, she was that bold. But see, here's the thing about playing the long game. You've got to be patient, precise. I wasn't just planning a wedding, I was planning a public correction. And it wasn't about petty revenge. Not really. It was about truth. The truth she thought would never come out. Every smile I gave her, a setup. Every of course babe, a chess move. Every time I looked her in the eye and said, I can't wait to marry you, I meant it, just not in the way she thought. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, I made some calls. I reached out to her ex, the brewery guy. Yeah, I found him. Turns out, he had no idea she was engaged when she showed up at his door. He sent me screenshots, DMs, even a photo of them in bed, complete with a date stamp. He was furious, so I invited him to the wedding, +1, obviously. He didn't RSVP, yet, but I didn't need him there to pull this off. I already had my move. You see, weddings are built on moments. The dress reveal, the first kiss, the toasts. I picked the toast. She always wanted a big romantic speech, said she dreamed of her groom declaring his love in front of everyone like in the movies. Well, she was gonna get her movie moment, just not the genre she expected. The wedding day came, and let me tell you, it was disgustingly perfect. Sky was a soft peach color, birds doing that Disney singing thing, and the entire venue looked like Pinterest and a trust fund had a baby. She planned every inch of it. The dried eucalyptus, the overpriced signature cocktails, the custom neon sign that said the start of us. I wish I was joking. She walked down the aisle like she owned it, like she was floating on air. All eyes on her, eating up the love story she'd repackaged like it hadn't completely blown up a month earlier. And me? I stood there smiling. The guy she ghosted, lied to, came crawling back to like I was plan B. But I played the part. Tux, tie, practice smile, took her hands in mine when she got to the altar. Felt her squeeze like we were in this together. Her vows? Jesus. She said I was her compass, her peace, her home. She even cried a little and dabbed her cheek with a silk napkin that probably cost more than my first car. And yeah, I said my vows too. Calm, gentle. Not a single word tipped her off. She thought she won. She thought this was her big, sparkly redemption arc. I wasn't gonna shout. I wasn't gonna fight. No, I was gonna wait. Because the best part was still coming. The toast. She kept asking me in the days before, you're gonna say something sweet, right? Like I owed her some grand, sweeping public declaration. And I smiled every time and said, absolutely. The reception kicked off. Everyone was high on free booze and love and fairy lights. Her dad gave a speech. Her sister cried. The DJ dimmed the lights. Then it was my turn. I stood up. Champagne in one hand, mic in the other. I looked out over a crowd of smiling faces, people who had no idea what was about to hit them. Then I looked at her. She was glowing, giddy, like a kid on Christmas morning. And I opened my mouth. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. Really, it means a lot. People smiled, lifted their glasses like they were already ready to cheer. She's watching me like she's already dreaming of TikToks captioned when your man gives you a love speech at your wedding. But I wasn't here for that kind of speech. I kept going. This day has been wild, a journey, a real test of love and patience. A couple laughs, a few awes, her eyes glittering with excitement. I kept my voice steady. But love, real love, isn't just about showing up for the good stuff. It's about honesty, about showing up when it's uncomfortable, when things are messy. Her smile flickered, just for a second. I locked eyes with her. And I learned something about love this month. I learned that sometimes people pretend to love you while loving someone else behind your back. There were actual gasps, people turning heads. Murmurs started rising like a wave. Her face went pale. I found out that while we were finalizing details for this big, expensive performance, my fiancée was driving 6 hours to see her ex. Dead silence. She told me it was about closure, but closure doesn't usually happen in a hotel room, or on a brewery tour, or in bed. I looked around the room. Her mom's face was frozen. Her friends looked at her like they didn't recognize her anymore. I have the receipts, literally. Screenshots, texts, even a nice photo with a timestamp. Thanks, Tyler. Her jaw clenched. She opened her mouth like she wanted to say something, but what was she gonna do? Deny it? In front of everyone? I raised my glass one last time. So, I want to make a toast to new beginnings, for me, and maybe for her too, because today isn't the start of forever. I took off my ring, set it down right in front of her. It's the end of pretending. And I walked away, past her dad's confused face, past the cousins whispering, past the DJ who just awkwardly turned the music down. I left the mic on the table, walked out into the warm night air, heart pounding, hands shaking, free. I didn't even make it to the parking lot before my phone started blowing up. Missed calls, texts from random numbers, 2 messages from her maid of honor that just said, WTF and bro. I didn't answer a single one. Instead, I got in my car, took off the damn bow tie, cranked the windows down, and just drove. No destination, just the open road and the sickest kind of peace I'd felt in months. But that peace didn't last long. By the time I stopped for gas, the video was already online. Someone had recorded the whole toast. Of course they did. This is 2025. If you're gonna blow up a wedding, expect a camera in every direction. It started on someone's Instagram story. Then TikTok got it. Then Twitter. And then chaos. The title? Groom exposes cheating bride at wedding. Within hours it had 1 million views. People were standing me, calling me King Energy, CEO of Plot Twist. One girl even said she'd name her future daughter after me. The internet was having the time of its life. Her? Not so much. Charlotte's life began to unravel before the cake was even cut. Her brand deals, gone. The lifestyle influencer persona she'd been building, shredded. People dug up old posts and commented things like "this aged well" under her fake deep quotes about loyalty and self-love. Her Instagram went dark. Her family, not quiet. Her mom called me the next day, half screaming, half sobbing. "You humiliated her," she said. I replied, "She humiliated me a month ago. I just returned the favor in better lighting." Click, she blocked me. Good. But here's the twist no one saw coming. A week after the wedding I got a package. No return address. Inside, a letter and a ring box. Her engagement ring. No note. Just the ring and one sentence written in her handwriting. "You win." I didn't smile, didn't cry either. I just held that ring, looked at it for a long time, and then quietly dropped it in a glass of bourbon and watched it sink. She thought I wanted revenge. I didn't. I just wanted out. And now, finally, I was. It's wild how much your life can change in a year when you stop letting someone treat you like an option. I live in Portland now. Yeah, Portland. The city of overpriced coffee and people who wear beanies in July. And guess what? I love it. I got a job I actually enjoy, in a studio apartment with creaky floors and too many plants. But it's mine. No more pretending to be someone I'm not. No more Sunday brunches with fake smiles and influencer drama. Just me, my peace, and the occasional unhinged Bumble date. And before you ask, yes, there is someone new. Her name's Riley. She's not into social media. She wears big sweaters and listens more than she talks. She asks how I'm really doing and actually listens when I answer. She's the kind of woman who brings calm into a room, not chaos. Who doesn't need me to prove anything. Who believes healing looks like slow mornings, messy kitchens, and honest conversations. She knows about the wedding. I told her everything, and she didn't flinch. She just held my hand and said, "That wasn't about you. That was about her. Don't carry her shame like it's yours." God, I almost cried right there in the damn diner. I've been building something new, something good. Until last week, because apparently the universe loves a twist. I was walking out of this indie bookstore, arms full of novels I'll probably never finish, and I see her, Charlotte, standing outside a juice bar, looking the same but smaller, duller, like the shine she used to fake never came back. We locked eyes. She smiled like we were old friends. I didn't smile back. She started walking over like we were about to catch up on life, like I'd forgotten the fact that she tried to play wife and cheater at the same time. But before she could say a word, Riley appeared from inside. Wrapped her arms around me, kissed my cheek. Charlotte froze. I watched it click. She thought I'd be wrecked, alone, maybe still missing her. But there I was, better, bolder, untouchable. She mumbled something like "nice seeing you" and scurried away. And me? I just looked at Riley and laughed. "Old friend?" she asked. I shook my head. "Old mistake." Comment below. Would you have taken her back, or pulled off something even more savage? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic real-life stories, quiet revenge, and emotional moments that flip the script. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.